Finally, after so many years of waiting, Jurassic Park 4 is finally here. Well, I know this video is pretty late, but here I'm gonna make this video, give you my thoughts, ideas, and sort of what I'm happy to see in Jurassic Park 4, aka Jurassic World, what I'm a little worried about, and just just give sort of a little spin on my take on it. Um, I'm giving a shout out to the StupendousWave who really encouraged me to make this video. He's a friend of mine, so check him out. You probably already have if you're seeing this video, but anyway. So I'll start off with giving my little history with the Jurassic Park series. I first saw Jurassic Park 3. I saw the whole series backwards. I saw Jurassic Park 3 when I was in first grade. My teacher at the time was a big Jurassic Park fan, just a big dinosaur fan. I've always been a big dinosaur fan since I was a little kid. And I never, I had like toys from Jurassic Park, but I never knew what it was until I saw the third film, and I was like, okay, it's an island full of dinosaurs. And then, that climactic battle with the T-Rex and the Spinosaurus, I really loved T-Rex as a kid. And even though I hadn't seen the previous films, seeing T-Rex get killed was like, oh. But yeah, and then after I saw The Lost World, Jurassic Park, was kind of lost because I didn't see the first one at the time, but it was really great. It was fantastic. I really loved The Lost World. It was really a great movie. Ian Malcolm's really good character. And then I finally saw the first one, and I was blown away. And I know technically I saw the series from like the worst Jurassic Park to the best one, but either way, I enjoyed the first one better than all of them, even though that's the last one I saw. But come June 12th, 2015, I will no longer be able to say that I saw the series backwards because I'm going to see the fourth one. So, what I think about Jurassic Park 4, because I remember for the longest time I was always waiting, for Jurassic Park 4 year after year, and it never came. And I was just like, oh, why isn't there a fourth one? So then finally, last November, I think, yeah, around Thanksgiving, that time of year, the trailer was announced, and I was like, oh, damn, it's for real. Jurassic Park 4 is no longer a rumor. It's a confirmed thing. So, that came out. Really great seeing that. But at the time, before this movie was even announced, I remember there was a lot of fan-made posters for Jurassic Park 4. They called it Jurassic Park Extinction. They came up with all kinds of weird subtitles. And then there was some of that concept art that was released with half human, half dinosaurs, which really worried me. That looks like something that would have ended up, if that ended up becoming a thing, going into production, that would have been something on the Sci-Fi Channel. It was just horrible, horrible concept. Just wow. And I know they didn't completely throw it out with the Indominus, which is, according to Stupendous, it has some human DNA within it, but that's debatable. We're not going to know till the film comes out. But I'm at least happy it looks a lot like a dinosaur. It's not like half human, half dinosaur. Like, if anything, like, it only has, like, the opposable thumb, and it's really intelligent, but I think it gets that from the raptor, I know Stupendous says it doesn't have raptor DNA. I think it does. So I'm gonna, go off, talking about, basically the top 5 things that I really like about, I'll start off with the top 5 things that I really like and I'm really looking forward to in Jurassic World. So first thing is first. I'm going to talk about how Jurassic World pays homage to Jurassic Park. We're really going back to Jurassic Park with Jurassic World. It's not a remake or a reboot, but we're still going back to some old memories from our childhood that we all had with Jurassic Park. For example, there's the scene when they arrive on the island and they're going on the tour in the first film, when they get on the Jurassic Park jeeps, the safari jeeps, and then they go into the park. The giant gates open up, the big sign that says Jurassic Park. In Jurassic World, we have a similar scene when they're on the monorail, and the gates open, welcome to Jurassic World. So, it's going back to that. It's very similar. So, we're going to see that again, which I think is a really good thing. Another thing we're going to really see is there's the scene from the first Jurassic Park where the Tyrannosaur chases the Gallimimus, and they're hunting. Alan and the kids are running from the Gallimimus, and it's this beautiful scene we see, on this really nice countryside, surrounded by woods on one side and the mountains in the background. We're gonna see that again, that exact same place in Jurassic World. They're using, hopefully, I'm pretty sure it is, but they're using the exact same location to film. They're going back to Nublar. We're really going back. I know for Sorna, in Jurassic Park 3 and The Lost World, we didn't see all the same locations again, even though it was the same island. We saw different pieces, and yeah, that's good. I really do want to see different parts of Nublar, but I think it's good that we're seeing some old places that we're very familiar with, and I really, really, really like that. So, another thing that we do see is the raptor pen. Like the beginning of Jurassic Park 1, where it's the middle of the night, and they have those big giant spotlights, and they're transporting the raptor, and they tase it, and it ends up eating Joffrey, the person that opens the raptor gate. It's the middle of the night. It's surreal. It sets the tone for Jurassic Park. And then in Jurassic World, we have a very similar thing happen, where the raptor pen we see it in the trailer, where it's in the middle of the night, big spotlights, a lot of people, in that area, where they're in jeeps and trucks and whatnot, but it's the same place, same scenery in the middle of the night. So we're really going back. And another thing, the T-Rex is back, not just a T-Rex, but the T-Rex. She's back from the original Jurassic Park. And we could see she has her raptor scars and everything, and she's back. It's her. It's not like, in Jurassic Park 3, where we see a T-Rex, and then some people say that's the baby T-Rex from The Lost World, which is just a rumor, but this time, it's pretty much confirmed. We're getting the same T-Rex. And, it makes me think, what other dinosaurs that were in the first one are we also going to see? Are we going to see the same Triceratops? Are we going to see the same raptors? Who knows? Some people say we might see Dilophosaurus. We might. I really hope we do. So yeah, that's one thing that I really, really love about Jurassic Park. Connecting to Jurassic World. The two things are really connected like that, and that's one thing I really like. So in Jurassic World, we're gonna get to see a lot of new species in the series that have never been seen before, but we're also gonna see a lot of familiar faces from the previous films. So I'm going to talk about the new species that are coming up, but right before I do that, I'm going to talk about some of the old familiar faces we all know and love that are coming back. So one of the first dinosaurs that's coming back is Triceratops, that big three-horned dinosaur we all know and love that originally came out in the first film, 1993, when it was sick. It also came out in The Lost World, 1997, where it ran rampant through a camp and destroyed everything, all the tents and equipment. And now it's finally back in Jurassic World. And another dinosaur we're going to see is the Pterodon, which came out in The Lost World, that scene at the end of the film where it sort of landed on the tree. And then in Jurassic Park 3, where we saw that attack some of the characters, and then they end up escaping the island at the end of the film. Another familiar face we're going to see is the Gallimimus, which came out in the first Jurassic Park during that chase scene in that beautiful valley. They're going to use the same area too in Jurassic World to film them. Another dinosaur that's really great we're going to see is Parasaurolophus, which came out in the first Jurassic Park briefly in that lake scene with the Brachiosaurs. It also came out in The Lost World, where it was getting chased down by motorcycles, and they used those giant wires to bring one down. Another dinosaur we didn't see too much of was the Ankylosaur, which came out in Jurassic Park 3 during that river scene where they're passing by and there's Ankylosaurs, Stegosaurs, and Brachiosaurs. We're also going to get to see Pachycephalosaurus, which came out in The Lost World, where it's, trying to escape some of the hunters. And so yeah, we're going to get to see that Pachycephalosaurus again in Jurassic World, sorry. Another dinosaur that we're going to see we haven't really seen is the Stegosaur, which originally came out in The Lost World. When they first get to the island, that's the first dinosaur they see. We also see baby Stegosaur in The Lost World, and in Jurassic Park 3 it made a brief appearance behind the Brachiosaurs and the Ankylosaurs, so we're going to get to see Stegosaurs again. So I already mentioned the T-Rex coming out in Jurassic World again. It's the same T-Rex from the first Jurassic Park, where it has the same scars that it got at the end of the first film, where the raptors bit it and clawed at it before it threw them against the exhibits of the T-Rex um, in the first film. So the Tyrannosaur also made an appearance in the Lost World Jurassic Park, except there was two T-Rexes and they weren't the same ones. They weren't. The female wasn't the same one from the first film. Obviously, with different coloration, the female was like a brownish pebble color, and the male was like this green with black stripes. We also saw a baby Tyrannosaur Jubilee. In the third Jurassic Park, we saw the Tyrannosaur, a different one than the previous two films, fight a Spinosaur. And it eventually got killed, and a lot of people were mad about that, but hopefully that doesn't happen again in this film. We're also going to get to see a new breed of dinosaurs that we haven't seen before. So I'll go off, talking about them individually one by one. So first one, Microceratus, which is a small 1 meter long dinosaur, pretty small, just a new entry into the series. Some people say it's closely related to Triceratops, but I guess that's up for discussion. I'll probably make a video on all these new dinosaurs separately. So Methrocanthosaurus. I'm really looking forward to seeing this guy. He's around the same size as the Velociraptor, slightly longer, but the same height, 9 feet long, 9 feet tall. Sorry, 6 feet tall. Baryonyx. It's around 30 feet long. It's around 9 feet tall. It's related to the Spinosaur, except that it doesn't have a cell. It's smaller. I don't like the coloration on the Baryonyx. For Jurassic World, it has like blue spots on its eyes, and it has these feathers, which I think just looks really odd. Another dinosaur we're gonna get to see is Edmontosaurus, which is in the same family as iguanodons and Parasaurolophus. The sort of big herbivores. Another new dinosaur is Dimorphodon. It's not so much a dinosaur, more of a reptile, flying reptile. So we've seen the pterodons before. This is like a smaller flying reptile. It's pretty much in the same family, but just smaller. The Mosasaurus. It's an aquatic reptile, marine reptile. It's pretty big. It's really, really, really big. It's 18 meters long, and we've never seen marine reptiles before in the Jurassic Park series, so it's really cool that we're finally going to get to see one. So really looking forward to seeing that. It's highly anticipated new entry into the series. We're also going to get to see apatosaurs, which are these long sauropods. They're smaller than brachiosaurs, but they're still pretty big. They're the same size as T-Rex in height, but lengthwise, they're more than double the length of Tyrannosaur. And my personal favorite new entry is the Suchomimus, which is in the same family as the Baryonyx and the Spinosaur. It's 4 meters tall. I want to say 32, 35. I've heard it's up to 39 feet long, maybe even 40 feet long in some cases. But these are the new entries we're going to get to see. Really looking forward to Suchomimus. Really cool coloration. So just waiting to see him. I hope he makes a big entry into the film. I hope he's not just there for like the Ceratosaur was in the third film for a few seconds. I really hope he gets some pretty decent screen time. But yeah, so I'll make a separate video talking about these guys, the new dinosaurs we're gonna get to see. So now I'm gonna talk a little bit about the Indominus. I already talked about him before, but I really think that he's a hybrid of the Tyrannosaur and the Velociraptor. I know StupendousWave said that, it's not really a hybrid of the two because he thinks that the Indominus has human DNA. I don't think it does. I think he gets its intelligence from the Velociraptors because, and Dr. Grant mentioned in the third film, the Velociraptors are highly intelligent. They, more intelligent than dolphins and primates. Robert Muldoon says in the first film that they're very smart, and Dr. Grant said how smart, and he said problem solving intelligence. They're really intelligent, so I really think that's where the Irex gets its brains. So yeah, now I'm going to talk about the final thoughts. Jurassic World 2, Jurassic Park 5. I know it's very early in the works. I can't really say too much because we haven't even seen Jurassic World, but there's a new trailer coming out this Wednesday. I'll probably make a podcast or my thoughts and ideas of it. So yeah, before I conclude this video, I'm gonna give a shout out to StupendousWave, a friend of mine. So check out his channel. I'll leave a link in the description below. But yeah, so I'll make a separate video, give you my thoughts on Jurassic World 2, Jurassic Park 5, whatever name it takes. But yeah, so this is the Mexican 1821 signing off.